What's up, everybody? I'm introducing this in like the middle of this project. I don't know why I'm filming this video this way. I just am. It's been one of those days. I've been a little bit scatterbrained today. I just got back from a trip to Texas. Man, my focus was just going in and out there. Why is it? Before we go, maybe. My focus is being weird. And my mind focus has just been weird. I've had one of those days. Anyway, introducing this in the middle of the video. I have, I welded up this guy. You saw me weld this guy. You saw me cut this guy. I put some holes in it, and I'm going to do countersinks now for these guys. And you may be wondering, like, what the hell is this project? I mean, obviously you know the thumbnail and you saw me working on it, but I'm making a thing to hold this laptop by this machine, because right now I'm literally sitting on top of a chair and on top of a like ancient toolbox. So I'm gonna make a stand that's gonna hold it like right here, right next to the machine. Really dainty. I have a whole bunch of this 1/2" 16 gauge tube steel. So I'm gonna use some of it, and I'm gonna build this guy. So I don't know why I introduced this. Oh, I remember why I decided to start this introduction in the middle of the vlog, whatever, is because I forgot to film something. I forgot to film after I drilled the small pilot holes for this guy. It's helping me make more accurately located holes if I use pilot holes, I realized. So I'm trying to use more of those. It just takes more time. Anyway, I laid it on here, I put a clamp on it, and then I drilled a tiny little speck of where to put the drill bit onto the metal. Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't film it. So I'm telling you about it. Let's carry on with the video, shall we? I'm deciding whether or not I'm gonna finish this tonight. I'm pretty fucking tired, and I just realized, well, I'm not gonna finish 100% because sorry, I was fucking with my camera. I just realized that there's too much misalignment with the way I'm trying to do this. I was trying to thread tap. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. The care I took to try to get the holes aligned did not work. Pilot drilling did not work. So I'm gonna drill the holes out bigger all the way through this time. And then I'm gonna get, so annoying. And then I'm gonna get washers for the underside. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I'll put it on with washers, and then that'll give me a lot more slop. Washers and a bolt. But I need to get longer, or washers and a nut on the other side of the bolt. I need to get longer bolts though, because these ones are too short. They were actually too long to begin with, so I don't know how I fucked that up too. But I also fucked that up too. So I had to go to Home Depot. To get that, and yeah, I'm wondering if I'm gonna want to build this, or if I can build the stand tonight. Potentially build the stand. I haven't decided yet. Off camera, I was really messing with this guy and, you know, kind of setting the laptop rather on the tabletop, whatever, stand top, whatever we're gonna call it. Kind of holding it on there and feeling for the angle and the height, and just kind of messing with it. But it's a lot of me just massaging and fiddling with it, so I didn't really record it. But I have the legs done, which I love a good three-pronged stand. I just like it. They find their balance really well, and they look cool. And then I got the arm coming up to it, and then I have the tabletop welded. So tomorrow I'm gonna go get the stuff to put the hardware on there, and I'll make sure I get that all squared away, and then I will weld this bad boy to the top, and that'll be quite nice indeed. Yes. Bye, guys. Hey, everybody. The CNC is running, so it's a little bit noisy in here, but woke it up feeling a lot more energetic today. We're going to get started on finishing up the last little touches of this computer stand. And we're going to start by taking my thread tapping idea, was just not working if you watch yesterday's video, or this may be all the same video, I'm not sure. But it wasn't working. Just misalignments and all kinds of issues. So I'm going to use a universal bit to drill into the frame here, make the holes bigger, drill all the way through, and then we're going to use washers, nuts, and bolts to put together. That'll give us a lot more play in the system, a lot lower precision required. Let's get after it. So I ran out of memory on my card, so I had to dump it. And while that was happening, I ripped this guy on the bandsaw, and this is just going to be, turn this down here. Can you see the laptop? I can see the laptop. This is going to be a lip. It's going to go here, and then I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to put some on the sides too. And that's just going to keep this locked in here, and it's angled, so it wants to slide forward, right? So let's rip this guy the other way. this camera angle is a little tricky and you're gonna be looking at my crotch, so I apologize. But I was running the machine and I'm about to switch code between 2-3 hour operations. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get this guy, before I start, I'm gonna get this guy moved over. Yes. So I might just be able to leave that plugged in. Make it easier for me. Alright, I can get the exact location in a second, but this is where I imagine it going. Let's see here. Close it here. Oh, touching. Is that in frame? A little bit. And then this is going to be my power cable here. And I am going to zip tie this guy down so it stays attached. Gotta love zip ties for cable management, guys. Okay, guys, here we are. I got it in place. I really love it. I love how dainty it looks. One thing I was thinking about, you know, like, I watch Adam Savage a lot, and if you guys follow my channel, you know I talk about him a lot, and a lot of his organization is what inspires me in particular, and like ease of use, getting access to your tools. That's why I built this, so I can get access to this and clean this up, but mostly so I can get around here to get to my lathe. Like I store some stuff for the mill. This is like not permanent storage. This is like really messy over here. So don't look at that. But these guys are slightly organized. This is my work holding for the mill. I want to address this, but I was looking at it the other night. I'm like, in order to get to this area, I gotta clean this shit up. So, I mean, I may not even actually store it down there forever. I may try to store it like somehow next to the machine. That's probably what I want to do with that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. This guy, it's just nice, isn't it? I put some oil on here because I wanted to get a look at how mostly this underwood here would take that oil, because I'm going to use that to make another thing soon. And that one's going to be a nice piece because it's for someone else. And I wanted to see how this wood picked up that oil. So that's the main reason I oiled this. I probably would not do that, but you know, it's nice. I also like the 3-pronged leg system. I'll talk about why I chose that. Mostly because you don't have to be very accurate. And I wanted this to be quick and dirty. I built this thing really fast. I wasn't very precise in my measurements. This wood does not line up with this thing very well, which is something I have to pay a lot more attention to for the next thing that I make, which is a table. I have to pay a lot of attention to that because this is where I had like most of my error. I mean, but it still looks decent, especially for this application. And then the nice thing about 3 legs here is that it's a tripod. So you don't have, if you're 4, you have to be really even if you're going to put it on an even surface. So you have to be very precise. But a tripod will always level out because it's a triangle, and it'll just always find the 3 lowest spots. So you don't have to be very precise with the measurements. You can be off a little bit. I got the idea for this from this anvil thing that I built. This anvil stand for this anvil-shaped object. I've heard this isn't a real anvil. This kind of shitty anvil from Harbor Freight. I figured that out when I made this, and there's a lot of error, especially because I didn't have a good way to cut these, so these things are like wonky with each other, and it just leveled out really well. So I use that same thing over here, and also having 3 legs makes it a little bit easier to step around and just work there. This is just the plug going in. I thought about maybe like welding a piece off to like hold this in here so that it doesn't get disturbed, because sometimes it can get touched and it loses communication with the computer in there, and then the machine just stops running. And that's one of the things that happened very recently on this guy. I had to restart it. It was terrible. But yeah, and then the cord though, I definitely don't want the cord flying around, so I zip tied it down, one here, another one at the bottom here, and then I did it nice and loose so that it would come easily around these kind of, I mean,
I took the burr off, but it's still kind of sharp. We don't want it to cut. And then I brought it to the side because if anything hits up against this, I don't want it to crush the cable. And then left it off just about there so it can plug in. There's still a lot of cable management to do. This is me wrangling in the mess of my shop. My shop is still very messy though. But it's slowly getting more organized. And one step at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So this thing's pretty cool. Yeah, I know I didn't talk about it a lot at the beginning, and I'm talking a lot about it at the end, but I hope you enjoyed watching it. I really like it. It's really cool. Maybe a little overkill, but totally awesome. It's not overkill, it's awesome. All right, I love you guys. Bye. Peace. Just gotta flip it back.